We just received an S-level wanted notice from the IPC. Boothill, a cyborg of unknown origin and age, but it's suspected he may be a Galaxy Ranger. It is believed that he's involved in multiple criminal activities targeting the IPC. The Criminal Investigation Unit advises caution. The person in question is known for his dangerous behavior. We'll delve into the life of this criminal, uncovering his heinous acts, and teach you how to deal with such a vicious outlaw. This has a security training course for the IPC, and...
Security training course? Perhaps I'm on the wrong set. I thought I was invited to introduce 100 friendly ways to communicate with Boothill.
Nope! This is the right set. But we can't exactly stand outside his shooting range and yell at him or stare him down, right? How awkward would that be? Well, without further ado, let's take a look at Boothill. Criminal records indicate that Boothill is a physical-type character who follows the path of the hunt. Known for his audacity and brazenness, he adheres to a more old-school method of settling disputes with a duel. When Boothill uses his basic attack, he deals physical damage to a single enemy. When Boothill uses his skill, he and the target enemy are locked in a standoff for a set number of turns. While in this state, both sides may only attack each other, during which time the damage received from one another is increased. Using this skill does not regenerate energy, but won't end Boothill's turn. Now here's the first pointer about dealing with Boothill. Do not challenge him to a one-on-one fight.
So it still comes down to a fight, doesn't it? While he prefers solving problems through one-on-one duels, he isn't one to kill needlessly. I believe the first rule in dealing with him should be to provide a reason not to shoot you.
But let's face it, accidents can and do happen. But if you're unlucky enough to find yourself caught in a one-on-one with Boothill, it's worth remembering during standoff, his basic attacks are enhanced, resulting in increased physical damage to the target enemy. If an enemy caught in the standoff is defeated or the weakness is broken, Boothill will exit the standoff state and gain 1 stack of Pocket Trick Shot. For every stack of Pocket Trick Shot he has, the toughness reducing damage from his enhanced basic attacks increases. And if the enemy's weakness is already broken, Boothill will inflict additional break damage based on the number of Pocket Trick Shot stacks he has. After winning a battle, Boothill will keep his stacks of Pocket Trick Shot and take them into the next fight. When facing Boothill, it's best to ask your sidekicks to wait on the sidelines. Waiting in line to be taken down by Boothill only serves to make him fight harder and longer.
Bravery is tested against the strong, not the weak. Likewise, Boothill has no interest in fighting those who are weak.
And after unlocking certain traces, Boothill regenerates energy every time he obtains Pocket Trick Shot. This effect is also triggered even after Pocket Trick Shot exceeds its maximum number of stacks. When using his ultimate, Boothill applies physical weakness to a single enemy for several turns, deals physical damage, and causes their next action to be delayed.
Don't be fooled. Boothill follows the less is more approach, causing weakness breaks with just 1 shot, meaning he doesn't waste bullets.
After Boothill uses his technique and enters combat, the first time he uses his skill allows him to inflict physical weakness on the enemy target for a certain number of turns. Now on to the last pointer for facing Boothill. Fully prepare yourself mentally before stepping onto the battlefield. As long as you put on a brave face, there'll be no chance for Boothill to break you. In summary, as a character who follows the path of the hunt, Boothill excels in one-on-one fights. He makes himself increasingly formidable in combat by stacking Pocket Trick Shots, which he accomplishes by defeating enemies or with weakness breaks. With a skill that boosts his damage and an ultimate that applies physical weakness debuffs, Boothill is a powerhouse in crucial battles against powerful enemies. Avoid one-on-one duels, don't bring sidekicks, and remember to put on a brave face. With these in mind, you'll find there's nothing to fear about Boothill.
Avoid one-on-one duels? Isn't a one-on-one duel unavoidable?
Whew, and our employee of the year can't wait to show off his skill. Let's put today's lessons to the test in a simulated battle. Our employee of the year has brought 2 sidekicks along. Perfect. He's clear, remember, point 1, avoid one-on-one.
Seems he's forgotten the other point.
No. Boothill makes the first move using his skill to enter standoff, and then follows up with an enhanced basic attack. By firing the first shot, although gravely unethical, he still gains 1 stack of Pocket Trick Shots.
Condemnation has no effect on him.
Our fearless employee launches a valiant assault, effectively taking some of the wind out of Boothill's sails. Boothill is back to his old tricks, earning himself an additional stack of Pocket Trick Shot. But that's not a problem. We hold the upper hand. Although things are a little complicated, our exceptional employee hasn't forgotten point 2. Avoid bringing sidekicks. He's standing strong, not giving Boothill any chance to seize upon.
If your enemy doesn't have a weakness, create one.
But even though that strike dealt a heavy blow to our side and delayed our action, our stalwart team leader still stands strong. And he's able to take another enhanced basic attack before he clocks off for the day. Okay, let's extend our gratitude to our Employee of the Year for providing us with such a deep understanding of just how ruthless this criminal really is. It's evident that the chances of a friendly dialogue with Boothill are practically zero. In dealing with such a brute,
Bad news, Albert! Boothill has broken in!
Huh?
He took advantage of a lapse in security during training, and he...
Hello?
Well, fudge me. You must be that affection-starved little birdie. I reckon you've got some measure of my grit. So why are you still spinning all those sweet, fine, fudging, shirt-bagging, slippery-tongued tall tales? I'm about to show you some muddle fudging tough love.
No, why didn't you say something earlier? He may have some gripes about the show, but he sounds quite nice when you talk to him.
I don't think he was trying to be nice.
Interested in sampling the planet of festivity's dreamiest soda? You won't find it under the waning lights. In order to get to know Penacony's most legendary drinksmith, you'll need to hang around some shady street corners first. A security officer whose name strikes fear into the hearts of evildoers. This laid-back shaker is the main character of today's Keeping Up with Star Rail, Gallagher! Gallagher is a fire-type character following the path of abundance, and when it comes to brawling, he's a seasoned pro. As they say, a drinksmith who can't fight is no security officer. When using his basic attack, Gallagher deals fire damage to a target enemy based on his attack. And when using his skill, he hands over his special brew, thereby healing a target ally. And just to be clear, this brew is 100% alcohol-free, guaranteed safe for battlefield consumption. When using his ultimate, Gallagher throws a powerful punch that inflicts Poseidon on all enemies for a set number of turns while simultaneously dealing fire damage. In the Poseidon state, enemies receive more weakness break damage. When allies attack a Poseidon target, the attacker can restore a set amount of HP. For the world's quintessential non-alcoholic break experience, only one drinksmith will suffice. After using his ultimate, Gallagher's next basic attack is enhanced, dealing increased fire damage to the target enemy and reducing their attack for a set number of turns. After unlocking a specific trace, Gallagher uses the enhanced basic attack Nectar Blitz to attack Poseidon enemies, and the healing effect of his talent will extend to allies. During exploration, when Gallagher uses his technique, he immediately attacks the enemy, then inflicts Poseidon on all enemies for a set number of turns, while also dealing fire damage. Penacony's drinksmiths are pretty laid back. The drink you get depends on how they're feeling and whatever's on the shelf. And as of right now, Gallagher is wondering how to go about creating a thirst-quenching treat out of a crazed, flame-spewing alien life form. Mixology is physical, so Gallagher and his assistants first do some warm-up stretches with the ingredient. The ingredient counters and enters spontaneous combustion. Not bad. This will definitely add some extra flavor. The assistants are in hot pursuit, but Gallagher isn't in a hurry. He cracks open a cold one and takes a sip. Battling is tiring business, you know. Just as expected, the ingredient attacks, inflicting heavy damage on the team. Thankfully, everyone's still on their feet. With the ingredient's toughness almost gone, it's time to get it under control. Gallagher uses his ultimate, inflicting the Poseidon Sting. And thanks to the effect of the Poseidon Sting, the assistants also restore their HP and deal more weakness break damage to the ingredient. And now the final step! In this non-alcoholic dream, the day's ingredient is shaken, stirred, and blended together with Penacony's tipsy evening breeze. Voila! One glass of off in the afternoon. A toast to 1 year with no paid leave.
Tie's all messed up. Not that you'd notice. Around Penacony, no one gives a hoot what you're wearing. They don't even care if the person they're talking to is actually real.